Abhishek Manu Singhvi, looking rather dapper in a Friday night shirt, it appears. Is that your celebratory shirt? Are you celebrating today, Abhishek Manu Singhvi? You've had a couple of setbacks in the trial court, High Court. Finally, the Supreme Court has given you some reason to smile.
Well, Rajdeep, fortunately or unfortunately, all that I'm doing is resting my tired bones after a very busy day, and I'm enjoying it very much. So you and one or two other programs are the only interruptions. Otherwise, I'm relaxing and doing nothing, going out nowhere, doing nothing.
That's a rather dapper shirt you're wearing for someone who says he's doing nothing on a Friday night.
Well, I think we need to just wear what we are comfortable in, and I don't need to keep up any particular pretense. So I like the colors, and I like bright colors,
okay,
even if they are misunderstood. So I think it's a fair point.
Okay. Well, we won't go into lawyers and what they do and don't do, but what you did today is get Rahul Gandhi a big breather. Let's get this clear. Is this, in your view, a breather, relief, complete victory for Rahul Gandhi? Because the court has made it very clear. They're staying the sentencing. The conviction still remains open for you to challenge, which you presumably, of course, will continue to do so. And the court also passed certain observations saying Rahul Gandhi should be more careful about his observations. Are you seeing today as a complete victory or not?
I understand fully your necessity for the anchor to ask questions as a devil's advocate. But let me answer very pointedly and briefly. This is the final judgment, Rajdeep. There is nothing above the Supreme Court on stay of conviction. This is it. Having lost in earlier rounds, we have now succeeded. Therefore, the judgment of the Supreme Court grants stay of conviction permanently. Point one. Point two, what is left is something totally different. That's an argument on the merits. Namely, that he has been convicted only by one court. He hasn't lost in 3 courts on conviction. That conviction is pending appeal in the first appellate court. That will take its own course. But so long as the stay of conviction holds and he does not get convicted, in appellate levels, his disqualification ceases immediately. Thirdly, as I've been saying, it all depends on your way of looking at it. Somebody can say the glass is 9/10 full. Somebody can say it's 9/10 empty. I like to see the elephant, the body, even the tail. I don't like to see just the hair at the end of the tail. This is a complete victory for Rahul Gandhi. I say so with great humility. The judges appear to have read every word of the entire record. We were stunned. There's hundreds of pages, and they were quoting evidence, all 3 of them. They have taken a reasoned call. They have pointed out several patent errors. To give you just one example out of many, if something is bailable, namely bail can be granted by the police, you don't have to go to the courts for it. If you can't arrest without warrant, what is known as non-cognizable in technical parlance, if you can settle between you and me, individuals, where the state doesn't come in, what is known as compoundable, where the maximum punishment is simple imprisonment of 2 years. By the way, the IPC has only 22 provisions with simple, which means it's the lowest form, the least serious form. Despite these 4 things, if the High Court says it's a grievous offense, as if Rahul Gandhi is a habitual offender, serious offense, and then calls it moral turpitude, specifically noted by the judges. And one more example, then I'll come to your point about the conduct in the speech of Rahul Gandhi. The other point is very important also. If it's 1 year, 11 months, 29 days, no disqualification kicks in. When you decide to punish me for the maximum, you jump straight to 2 years. And by the way, as far as I know, I have no case of criminal defamation where the maximum 2 years is imposed. When you jump to impose it, you can theoretically do it, but you have to give reasons. You have to articulate why somebody who has not been convicted anywhere in any court as a first-time offender with a first-time 1-level conviction should be given the maximum, because that maximum matters. It has a consequence of disqualification, a very serious consequence, possibly 8 years. And therefore, the judge is completely not dealt with this, which is what the court pointed out.
No, the court
These and many other errors.
No, the court has pointed out that the lower courts did not apply their mind while confirming the 2-year sentencing of Rahul Gandhi. But they haven't given Rahul Gandhi a clean chit. Let's be very clear. For the comments he made. In fact, they make observation that people in public life should be more careful.
Let me come back to my elephant and tail and herring. Now, you see, there is no such thing as a clean chit. This was an appeal on stay of conviction. We've got a stay of conviction. The matter is over. We have won completely. In the course of that, they have added a few lines, which is only this, that had the Rafael judgment come earlier, it would have acted as a guidepost to Mr. Rahul Gandhi. But that is a bit of a speculation because that judgment came in November 2019. Rahul Gandhi's Kolar speech is April 2019. No doubt they made an observation that people should exercise restraint. But that is a matter for be decided by trial in the conviction court or the appeal court. They nevertheless thought it sufficiently fit that it is not something warranting a disqualification for one more day. And that's the bottom line. Now, it depends on which way you look at it. I'm sure, there would be people who would say that there is possibly a victory for them in that. Well, good luck to them. I'm happy for them.
So you're saying as of tomorrow, you believe as of Monday morning, Rahul Gandhi should be reinstated. You're saying that, because remember, there's a precedent of a MP from Lakshadweep, Mohammad Fazal, 62 days. The Lok Sabha speaker sat on his reinstatement. Do you expect Rahul Gandhi to be reinstated Monday?
Two answers, Rajdeep. If you take 24 hours to evict me from the Lok Sabha, please reinstate me in the Lok Sabha in at least 48 hours. This is petty politics. This is nothing requiring any opinion or any great complex issue of law. Politics is based on large-heartedness also. It is based on give and take. The entire reason for Rahul Gandhi, the sole reason for Rahul Gandhi being out of parliament is disqualification. When the foundation of that is gone, the building, the Imarat cannot stand. Therefore, consequence of disqualification must go. When it will be done, you have to ask the speaker. I don't think it should take more than 24 to 48 hours, the time you took to evict him from parliament.
Right.
And as far as your second question is concerned, I don't think that there is, you perhaps don't know that I did the Lakshadweep case also. There was no business for Lok Sabha not to reinstate that hapless MP from Lakshadweep within 24, 48 or 72 hours.
Okay.
On the 60th day, I moved the petition in the Supreme Court. The day the petition was moved, the government came lamely and said, of course, we are reinstating why the petition. Now, I hope and trust we don't have to do that for Rahul Gandhi's case.
Okay. Dr. Singhvi, one final question, therefore. In all of this, whatever has happened over the last 4 to 5 months, do you believe there are serious question marks over the way trial courts and high courts function in this country? Are you somewhere or the other alluding to political partisanship? I want an honest answer from you on this.
I never go beyond the record as far as possible. I think the best answer to your question is what was observed in the course of hearing today. Very frankly and candidly, the judges said that they were surprised by such orders, many of them emanating from Gujarat. In fact, in the course of that hearing, the Honorable Solicitor General was also on the screen, and he kind of mildly and protested and said that please don't speak about Gujarat as a whole, and it has a demoralizing effect. And the judges were equally firm and clearly said that, look, we are also very careful when we use these phraseologies. We are very restrained when we say so. But we cannot hesitate to say so because we are dealing with many judgments which have happened like that.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to say more than what you saw on your screen, but I think if you read on the lines and between the lines, there is enough said there.
Let me leave it there then, Dr. Singhvi. I'm going to leave you to the colorful evening that you're likely to have, given, as I said, the color of your shirt. But who knows what lawyers do on Friday nights, since you all make far more money than any other citizen in this country Monday to Friday.
No, please don't say that.
Don't say that? Okay, I won't say that.